Hey everyone, Joyce Pellegrini here. I'm really excited to have another mastermind that's in my group that I wanted to interview on my channel. It's Tung. And, we all are taking us from being totally in kind of corporate companies and working, just above broke, as they usually say here in America, JOB, it's just above broke, that you go and you collect a paycheck and it's the bills seem to go higher and the check doesn't, either goes lower or stays the same. And it's really important about, if you want to leave legacy for your family and your children's children, on really stepping up and into our power of being an entrepreneur. So I did that about 20 years ago. I left corporate America in 2001, and I didn't know what I didn't know, but I just knew that I didn't want that anymore. I was so unhealthy. I was on sleeping pills for 12 years. I still didn't sleep, and I was so miserable and I felt broken. So that when I left corporate America, where I live in the United States, that I lost my identity. I didn't really know who I was. And I was tied to that desk and that title. And once I walked away, I'm like, who am I really? So when I went down went down the roadmap of life, and I realized I was not healthy, I was not happy. I had two homes, two Harleys, a BMW. I had all the material wealth that I needed, but I was miserable. And I had to go from within, and I then fired my doctor, and I decided I don't want to be on pills the rest of my life. They don't work. And I sought after, and hence I became a stress management coach using quantum physics. So today I wanted to interview Tung because, you know, it's a different world. It's not even easy to get a job today. And we have to look from within and see what makes our spark, what makes us spark, what makes us happy, what makes us get out of bed and put our feet on the ground every morning and say, I can't wait, it's going to be a great day. And I want Tung to share his story of where he went from being an engineer into what he's doing today. So without further ado, I'll pass over the mic to you, and why don't you share a little bit about how did you get to where you are today?
Oh, thanks. First of all, thanks, Joyce, for inviting me to your show. And no, we come from different part of the world. Although I study in the US, I study in Michigan Tech. I graduated from there as an engineer, and later on I pursue my MBA in Oklahoma City University. So in America, I quite familiar with that. And then I started my job as an engineer in Motorola. So they also sent me to work in Austin for 2 years there. So I
Ah,
lived in, maybe a couple of years in the US. So it's like a back home when I talk to you.
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So how I come to this stage is that because in my 27 years of the career life as engineers, I was laid off twice, by the corporate. And the first time was very agony actually. At the time, I was at the age of 42. And that at that time already changed the job. It's not with Motorola, with the other company, and the company have some frauds, in their management, and then the authority come and shut them down. So overnight, I just lost my job, just like that. So I put myself and my family in a very difficult situations, and we depleted all our savings. And Cindy is not fit. My wife Cindy is not fit to work, and I just couldn't find a job at that time for more than a year. So we just depleted our saving, up to my account is almost empty. It's about only 1,000, 2,000 left. That is ringgit now. It's not even USD, There's only
Right.
1,000 left, and I still have parents to feed. I still need to put the food on the table. And I still have a kid, a son, it's only 9 years old, 8 years old, need to go to school. And was very, very stressful at that time. And at that time, I make a point to myself that if I have a chance to come back to the workplace, I would definitely want to look for another alternative besides working for someone else. And because at that time, I start to realize one thing, that I cannot rely myself just on the job, just solely on the job itself. And like many people told me that job is just like just overbroke or something like that. No, so it's true. It's true. And at that time, my father-in-law actually gave us a very good advice. Before he passed, and he told us that when you work for someone, you have to pray very, very hard that everything in your life must be smooth. And because if any hiccups that come in, you will be in the bad situations. That's what I experienced at the time. And if you have a business, you can control and you can command how much you want to make. But if you want to be truly wealthy, you need to go into the investment and make passive income. And that's the advice that he told back. But at the time I was so young, I couldn't get anything into my head, because I have a career, I work in a good company, and my position is high, and I have 5-figure income every month, so it's not a big deal for me. But until I was put in that situation, then I started to realize that whatever advice that he gave me, it makes sense. So fortunately, I came back to the corporate world, and then I start to look for opportunity, because at the time I start to realize that I need something backup. So I was looking, anything, you name it, I tried it. Whether it's the share market, whether property, whether insurance, anything, I just tried it because I need something to work up for me. But every one of us different. There's no right or wrong. It's just that you need to find something that actually fit your character and fit what you want to do. So that's why, fortunately, 7 or 8 years ago, I found a vehicle, in the electrolyte release water that actually is by chance. We get the machines to help my wife, but turned out that it's a good investment for us. That we also open up the opportunity, the door for us, walk into the entrepreneurship in that area now. And so from there on, then second times my layoff came in 2019, and at the time I was a bit prepared, because luckily I already built out something, and true enough, in 24 hours I lost my job again. And but this time, quite fortunate that I already built my business, because at that time my son, now his turn to study in the US in University of Iowa, so he's in at the 3rd year, and imagine still have 1 more year to go, and 1 more year to go in that university. To us here in terms of ringgit, it will cost us about 100,000 ringgit Malaysia, which is like many people that are working class, not even making 100,000 a year. So no, I can't imagine if I do not have built my business at that time. Probably I have to ask my son to come back, and that is really bad situations, and for him and for me. So that's why I encourage, if people that are working for someone, it's okay to work for someone. No, it's nothing wrong. But if you are in a situations that you feel that the job security is being threatened, it's always good to look for another alternative. And today, with the technology that we have, with the advancement that we have in the world right now in the marketplace, there are so many opportunities that we can work as a side, at the side hustle or whatever. But it turned out that sometimes it can be a blessing. So that's why I encourage working professional to do something at the side. From 9 to 5, we work for someone, but after 5 and weekend, we work for ourselves and our family. So that's the motto that I do that. So I pick it up as a part-time in my business. Beginning when I work for someone, I only focus on Saturday and Sunday. And so now I'll be full-time entrepreneurs to do this. So that's how the journey that I came to this point.
That's awesome. So did you have any health issues yourself, or what did you find when you started drinking the water? What shifted within your body? What did you notice?
Okay, actually, I got that machines for my wife, and turned out that because we drink the same water since we are putting at the ocean. So in 8 months, I lost about 8 kgs. 8 kgs, because I used to.
In America, that's double, right? That's like 16 pounds, right? 17, 18 pounds. It's double, I think, from kilograms to pounds.
Yeah, 1 kg is 2.2 pounds. So you times 2.2.
Yeah, 2.2. I didn't want to do the math. I knew the 2.2.
So if you talk, I lost about 10 kg, so there will be 22 pounds.
Okay, gotcha.
So and the reason I lose that weight is because that water helped me to detox. And if we understand the body, how it works is that if the body have toxic, usually our body will create fat to cover that toxic, so that our body will not be toxified. So once the toxic start to come out from our body, you automatically lose them. So a lot of people try to go for diet, and without detox, then in no time the body will gain back the weight again.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. And I really think about, inflammation for me was really high, which I
yeah,
learned that when our cells are inflamed, they get larger and larger and they push on muscles, they push on nerves, which then causes pain. And
yeah,
when you reduce the toxicity, number one, we make new blood cells, every 90 days. You don't want to be duplicating and replicating bad cells. You want healthy cells to be replicating.
exactly.
So I realized that when I got the inflammation out of my body, I lost like 4 inches off of each of my thighs. I'm Italian. I was a healthy girl, but I realized that it wasn't fat. My body was riddled with inflammation due to gluten intolerance.
Yeah,
So when I took gluten out of my diet, which was very hard, like
yeah,
I've been eating pasta, bread, pizza since I could chew as a child. I'm going to be 66 this year. And it was like, now I understood how alcoholism or even drug addictions, I
mhm,
was addicted to those carbohydrates. And when I took them out of my body, I was lethargic. I had joint pain. I was depressed. I had no energy. I stopped sleeping really well. And I'm like, what is going on? And one of my accountability partners said, you're detoxing from the gluten. And I was blown away. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I lost 26 pounds in 6 weeks. And I have never done that in my life. But it was all because I had to get that inflammation out of my body. And now I'll never go back. I can cheat every now and then, but it still affects me. And it's like, we know we want to live life and have fun. However, excessive fun is where, dis-ease comes within the body. Our body will tell us it doesn't like it. We're just not taught how to live.
yeah, yeah. Inflammation today is the biggest problem in many people's health, because if we can find a way how to take care of that problem, I think we will take care of most of the problem in the. So
And they
that's why
do say,
that's our body health. Yeah.
right. Go
Sorry.
ahead. No, go
Yeah,
ahead.
that's how I come about, because of the things that I see, the changes in my family, and how people transform when we share this product with them. That give us a very good purpose in life. We think that
Right.
it's a fulfillment, things that you can help someone else and you can help yourself. Whether it's financially, whether it's the product or the health side, it give a lot of fulfillment. And today, if you work in the marketplace, there are so few of the businesses opportunity that can bring the fulfillment for ourselves. And make money is one thing. There are many ways to make money, but you want to make money with the fulfillment that you bring to yourself. You need to be selective. It's just like the saying go. You can eat anything to survive. You can drink anything to survive. But if you want to be healthy, you need to be selective. You cannot just simply eat anything or drink anything. So that the same thing to our finances. Same thing. If you can do something that you are passionate with, and in the meantime you also can help yourself in the financial side, that'll be great. So I found something.
It's a win-win, right?
Yeah. So that's how I continue this journey, because I see a lot of people that myself and Cindy, I wouldn't say help, it's just that we share, and then we see their lives transform, whether their health or whether it's their finances, and many of them become debt free, and this is something that we feel so happy for them. And some of the our close friend, they have been on credit card more than 10 years, they just cannot get rid of it, and working with us, within a year they can settle all the debt, they become debt free. So this is so fulfilling for us, something that can help them.
And another thing is, I know I enjoy, and I'm sure you do too, is when you are an entrepreneur and you take that leap of faith. I made millions and millions of dollars for the companies that I worked for. Why can't I make those millions for myself? And it's that paradigm shift of, if you can do it at a job, you can do it for yourself. It's just about having that laser focus on, getting up, getting to your calendar and working. We can work a 4-hour day and make twice as much money as we did at a job, and we gave them 8 to 10 to 12 hours a day. I think now is the time for people to embrace other opportunities to bring wealth back into their family tree, to leave legacies. When you have your own business, guess what? You can pass it down to your children, and that's what you're setting up for yourself. Or you just leave it to loved ones. I mean, because your business can be passed on after we depart. But I think that the journey that you're on and I'm on, and most people that I really hang around with, is that, our health is our wealth. And once we have that, the sky is the limit. And we can travel. Like your business, when you're an entrepreneur and you have a computer and your phone, you can go anywhere around the world and meet and greet and talk to people and just change one life at a time. And that's what makes my heart sing, is that it's something that's really lost and in need and just wants a little helping hand. And when we share what works for us, it's not for everyone, but if we share what works for us, it goes a long way. And it brings me so much joy that, I can make a difference in somebody's life, even by just listening.
Yeah, exactly. Because nowadays the personal freedom is the most treasured commodity. That why we work on this journey, because we want personal freedoms. It's something that we can control our life back. Instead of waiting for someone to tell us what to do or not to do. Is that okay that I share one formula with your audience?
Absolutely.
Yeah, this formula I learned quite late in my journey of entrepreneur. I hope that I can share with them so that all of them, this something can help you will be great. Why 95% of people will end up in a rat race is because one formula taught me, and today I hope that I can share with you is, in life, there are three components that we can do to become successful. One is the dream, and then the other one is vehicle, and then the third one is the effort. But a lot of us, like working class professional, like myself included, when I come out from school, immediately the first thing first is look for a job, because that's so automatic, because my parents invest hundreds of thousands for me to go to the US and study. Came back, I definitely want to find a job to be independent. So I get a job, and then I work very, very hard on the job to get the salary amount, certain amount of salary I have. Then from that salary, I define what kind of car I can drive, what kind of car house I can live, and what holiday I can go, and so to a certain extent, what kind of wife you can marry. Because of the so all my dreams are actually blocked by the salary. Yes. But there are 5% of people think differently. 5% of people think differently, and I hope I can share with you. This 5% of people, they know what they want in life very clearly before they do anything else. They ask themselves what they want in life. Now we are here by chance or by choice, I don't know, but since we are here already. So what are we going to do for the rest of our life? Once you identify what you want and crystal clear, and also crystal clear to you that, hey, this is the life that I want, then only they look for a vehicle. Is there something that I can do to achieve what I want to achieve in life? Once they find the vehicle, then only they put in all the effort, heart and soul to work on it so that they can achieve what they want to achieve in life. And that is the correct formula. But I use it in the other way around. I go and get the vehicle first, then I work hard, then only determine what kind of life I want to have. So that's why I can never get the life I want before that. Once I understand this formula, then things start to fall. So I hope that everyone will enjoy this, with this formula.
Yeah, no, that is so true. And I can relate that to leaving corporate America when I was in 2001. And I bought my device maybe a year later, and I never did it as a business until recently. And when I look back of all, shoulda, woulda, coulda, time where I wasted so much time and I didn't believe in my output. Like I said, I lost my identity conflict. And then when the pandemic hit, and again, it took everything away from me, like 9/11, my business was great. 9/11 happened. I'm a commercial interior designer and I sold office furniture. That stopped. Then I found this mechanism, being a stress management coach. But I have to say today, like, I can't wait to get out of bed. Love doing what I do. And I only work a third of the effort that I used to work at the job, and I'm making more money. And again, it's not about the money for me, because money, it's energy. It flows, it comes and it goes. However, my health and well-being is so important, and I travel. I have a tremendous life, and I just want everybody else to be able to have that same freedom and time. So when it's time to retire, I don't think I'll ever retire. Like, because I loved, what else am I going to do? I'm single and don't have any children. I have a dog. That's the only person I have to take care of besides me. So it's like, I want to give to humanity, share with children, and understand, that, you can always take a negative and turn it into a positive if you just shift your mindset and look at the gift of some bad information and what do you learn from it, so that we can move forward. So any parting words you'd like to share? And I highly suggest, if you people that are listening are not drinking alkaline, great ionized water, how important is your life? We all spend money on 20, 30, 40, 50,000, $100,000 cars. Why don't we do that for our health and wellness? And that's what this is all about. Pick you first, and then the rest will come, and you can buy whatever you want. But if we don't have our health, we have.
Yeah, that's so true, Joyce. And most expensive machine is our body. No, this is
Exactly.
billions
Exactly.
of dollars. I don't know how to put. Maybe it's priceless, no. And
It
so
is priceless.
if we can take care of our car so well, why not we put some effort and some time to do the research how to take care of this machine well? No?
You know,
So
it's so true. That's so true. I tell my clients, they're like, oh, I don't eat that much. I eat like one meal a day. And I'm like, can't go anywhere in your car. When there's no gas in the car, there's no go. Well, if there's no fuel in the body, there's no go. And I said, so it's so important that, and I really think the world right now, through what we've experienced the last few years, that health is all that we have. Time continues to move on, and is how do we feel about it? So it's really, it is time to take your health seriously. You
yeah,
know, God gave us amazing
yeah,
computers. And if we align with your higher purpose, higher self, God, you know, Krishna, whatever your thought pattern is about universal energy, because there's something way greater than us. We're good to ourselves. We love ourselves. You know, we get the return with, you know, living a long and healthy and vibrant life.
yeah. Being an entrepreneur is not about just making money. And although
No.
that is important, yeah, although that's important to make a million is important, but more important is the journey to become a millionaire, because that what make you who you are. And that is the thing that we want, and that's the value that we can pass to our next generations. No, because the journey to where we are. Thanks a lot, Joyce. No, I've been so happy that be able to talk to you, and I learned a lot from you. You know, in the past sessions, a lot. And I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you. And for your audience here, you know, if you have Joyce that leading you, guiding you, you are in a good hand. So you should listen to her more. No, I learned a lot from this. Yeah.
Well, thank you. And I adore you guys. And like I told Cindy, I'm going to come and visit for sure.
Sure,
And
sure, sure. Yeah.
I look to have you and host you guys in America as well. Our paths will meet one time face to face.
Definitely. Yeah, come to Malaysia. You're welcome.
I have to for sure.
Sure.
So thanks everyone for tuning in, and I look forward to the next interview. We'll see you soon.